If I don't gamesplain what you already know, how will you know if you know it? Earlier this year, Ubisoft announced it was decommissioning old servers that housed some of its proprietary software for DLC activation that, long story short, required users to be online and connected to the service not just to activate, but to access DLC content in many older titles. Naturally, this angered many gamers, both the service itself and the fact that Ubisoft said with the shutting down of these servers, paying customers would lose access to content they'd bought. Well, not to worry, because Ubisoft have had a change of heart. Or maybe it was the change in stock from the 2 months that followed the announcement. And now, gamers will continue to have access to content that they've paid for. Kind of. Gamers who install and activate their DLC before October 1st this year will continue to have access to the games, so long as the drive they installed it on continues to live. Multiplayer servers will still be shut down, though I think most gamers weren't too worried about this given the age of the title and the lack of traffic in those lobbies. More details about the affected titles and DLC can be found on Ubisoft's website, which I will also link in the description. Microsoft has an updated promise to Sony in its effort to purchase Activision. The two are currently at court, with Microsoft trying to buy Activision and Sony claiming it would give Microsoft the ability to make too many exclusive titles if it does, specifically citing Call of Duty as a key title it needs to keep. Well, Microsoft's gaming CEO and Xbox chief has made a written commitment to the head of PlayStation promising to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation with feature and content parity for several more years beyond the current contract Sony already has with Activision. So why only several years? Microsoft say this is already well beyond the typical gaming industry standards, while skeptics might say they're biding their time. But what do you think? Will Microsoft lord the chance to hold exclusivity over a major title from its rival? Or maybe this is just the start of forcing PlayStation to accept crossplay, something that Sony has been resistant to in the past, and then maybe it will just be business as normal but with bigger lobbies. Who knows? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Mario Kart Tour is removing the gacha mechanic. What's the gacha mechanic, you might ask? I'm not actually sure. I don't even know if that's the correct pronunciation. Basically, it's a loot box. You use real money to get the chance to unlock the ability to drive as a different character car or with a cosmetic item, etc., except you can only use the token once. So once you've used that character car or cosmetic, you then need to unlock it again by buying more. So what's the reason for removing this presumably money-generating machine? Well, Nintendo haven't given one, though I'd wager it was influenced by the stream of EU countries proposing some heavy-handed legislation cracking down on loot boxes and similar mechanics on any game that doesn't restrict their player base to people over the age of 18. It's almost like these companies have spent years deliberately targeting minors and now the shiny Pokemon! The legendary Pokemon Eternatus, which has been shiny locked since its debut in Pokemon Sword and Shield, will be released at GameStop later this month in its shiny form. So will this event be limited to stores in the US of A and the Pokemon never be seen outside of hacking in the rest of the world? Yeah, probably. Am I an absolute sucker who's still excited for the concept of getting my hands on one? You better believe it. And someone's going to be excited when their eBay purchase arrives, though possibly not when they get the bill. An eBay listing claiming to house every single console, that's one of each model, not every single console ever made, has gone up for a cool 1.4 million Australian dollars. That's about $1 million US. What? Sorry? No, that's about 650,000 US dollars. What? No, sorry, that's about 3.2 million. Moving on! A France-based collector has put up a listing of 2,400 different consoles, from standard issues to special editions to variations never officially for sale. Now, you and I will never likely see enough money to actually buy such a collection, but there is something soothing about being able to look at it. But what you do have enough money for is this week's free games. Soothing not guaranteed and stress is highly likely. Steam is giving away Mafia, though only for the next 2 days. I actually announced this freebie when it went live over on Shorts and my other social medias, so be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any other short notice freebies, and of course, my collection of news updates throughout the week. Epic Games are giving away the conclusion to one of my favorite series, Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, along with Submerge Hidden Depths and a bundle for players of Knockout City. Next week, we'll see Epic giving away 100 Days Winemaking Simulator and Realm Royale Reforged. Meanwhile, Prime gamers have access to Assassin's Creed Origin, the Standard Edition, Shadow of Mordor, Game of the Year Edition, Football Manager 2020, Castle on the Coast, Defend the Rock, The Dig, and We the Revolution. And that's it! Another episode comes to an end. As always, there'll be short updates throughout the week on YouTube Shorts and my other social media sites linked in the description, and you can sometimes catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/WombatGTS. And yes, that's a plug.